Welcome to Fifth Third Stadium, home to the Kennesaw State Owls. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the Middle Tennessee Blue Raiders. Squaring off with another team from Conference USA, the Kennesaw State Owls. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Kennesaw State ready to kick it off and get this game going. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Blue Raiders offense will go to work first. But Jesse, it's always fun to see a guy who's been challenged, see if he can answer the bell and get things done.
Well, we talked to him this week, and he knows that people are out there questioning him. And I think that leaves a big chip on his shoulder, David. He wants to prove to the entire college football world he's got what it takes to win this football game. This is a big test for him.
And here's the thing. Proving it is one thing, Jesse, but it's not about you. And this is a team game. Obviously, the quarterback position is so dependent on others' success, but play within yourself, make those plays, don't make the big mistakes.
Leaves it with the running back. Turning it on! And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
We'd love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Wants to throw. It's Vattiano. Gets open down the middle. No chance to run, but still a good gain. That was a good read there. Not the biggest gain in the world, David, but take up the space they're going to give you in the zone.
Yeah, make it easy, man. Make the right decision. If he's open, get it to him. Get some positive yards.
Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
And the defense coming through with the first sack of the day. And I'll tell you what, this defense, they get so many negative plays, and they play so fast. Sometimes you think when you watch them on tape, they got 12 guys. Last week they pitched a shutout. This week playing a great ball again.
Shotgun snap on third down. Throws to the wideout. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. The punt team makes its way onto the field. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. So the Kennesaw State Owls offense will try to get something going with their first possession. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, all power. All those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
Wants to throw on first down. On the run, still looking. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
And when you go 5 wide, man, and you spread the formation, it puts a lot of emphasis on those trenches. And those trenches have got to be good. And you got to pick up those guys up front. They didn't do it, and they're getting their quarterback hit as he throws the football.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Using his feet. There he goes. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10.
QBs that can run completely change your game plan. I mean, every single bit of it. You have to understand now as a pass rusher, I got to keep him in the pocket. I got to understand all the zone read concepts and the power read and the jet read, all the different things they can do to you. So, having a guy back there at the helm that can run the football, you better be alert of it from the first play to the end of the fourth quarter.
And they'll come to the line just needing a few chain links for a first down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And that first defender was just waving at him after that sweet move. He picked up the first down. This Kennesaw State offense is on the move. They're going to ride this running back. They're trying to send a message with this running game. He stopped after a pickup of 4 to the 33. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Williams looking for a man. Makes the grab. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down.
Slants are very tough to cover, but they become way tougher when you got a big body wide receiver like that. It's almost like basketball where he's boxing you out. He gets inside real quick, uses that big body to shield you off.
And the rush will get to him at the 25. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd. It's a running room. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
You know, we talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody open downfield, but he just decided to take off.
Kennesaw State coming out with another first down. Here's the handoff. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Gonna sling it on 2nd down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Bullock. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Kennesaw State. That drive was what every father wants his daughter's romances to be like. Slow, take your time, drain the clock, no hurry at all.
Sometimes love is a slow burn. And that's what we just saw in that last drive. I am so impressed with the execution, and I love their ability to run the football. These players, they're coached up. They're coming out here, and they are executing exactly how their coaches prepared them to do in this game.
Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Middle Tennessee offense will go back to work. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. To throw, it's Battiato. Unloads to the wideout. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection.
Yeah, and the QB tried to use some touch, let that thing hang up in the air. But when you hang it up over the middle of the field, the defenders have a lot of time to go and try to get it and make a play. A lot of guys near the football. Nice job by the defense being in great position.
Fires to the wideout. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
Oh, that hit him in a bad spot, right in the hands. Great play. You still get a pass breakup, but, man, that could have been an interception by the defender there. Nice break on the football, but secure that big fella and get the 6. Get the pick 6.
Rushes on him. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. They bring the punter onto the field now. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want them. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So on this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone. Make them execute and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Caught over the middle. It's Moss. Knocked out of bounds after a good gain on that one. They'll spot it at the 43. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Williams will pass. That's caught. It's Diggs. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets them up at the 26 for the first down.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped.
Man, this is a guy who just seems to get better as the game goes on. What a run getting his offense down close to the goal line.
So nice creating explosive runs in the run game. Now you're getting in the red, inside the 5. Go punch this in and get a touchdown.
We've reached the break. It's Kennesaw State on top. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. This is a designed run. And he runs it in for a score. You don't give a hoot. Kennesaw State does. Touchdown Owls.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball, but man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
He'll bring it out. It's Lacey. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. Looking downfield, it's Battiato. Punch it out of the air. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down.
And that's the advantage of being a big wide receiver, because now you're a big target. And on these slant routes, you don't have to run the perfect route, but you can use your size and your physicality to get the job done almost every time.
With the catch, it's Hunt. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on. No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. Oh, he's got some space. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. He'll do it himself. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The offense thought they had a good look to run that play into with the QB, but there's just an example of a defender winning his one-on-one battle and making a tremendous play. Great effort by that guy. The sure hands, it's Patterson. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs. Got a man, it's Walker. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Back to pass. Quickly to the tight end. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Quarterback
quarterback just has to be more aware of the situation. First down, goal-to-go situation, you cannot take a sack. So the QB, if no one's open, you got to make sure you're throwing that ball out of the end zone and helping your offense out.
Trying play action. It's complete to the left. And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering toward a score.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You got to be aggressive, and you got to make tackles.
Here comes the heat. He's going for the goal line. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. And it slips just inside that right upright. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Williams looking for a man. Bringing the heat. He'll pull it down and run.
And just having a guy that can continually make plays on the ground, it just opens up space for your running back, for your receivers, makes you defend the whole field, and it's not always big gains, but you've seen him today, man. It keeps the offense in positive situations with just little plays here and there, knowing he's a threat.
From the shotgun, the inside give. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Once again, finding nowhere to run against this. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Kennesaw State will have to punt this one away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Back to throw, it's Battiato. He makes the catch close to the sticks, but he'll be a little short of the first down.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys, with that last completion. He's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
Using his legs, it's Hunt. Runs through the tackle. And he picks up the first down, and he does it. I'm not going to say spin move. That was a pirouette. It was elegant. It was beautiful. Wants to go up top on first down. Pocket breaking down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Lacey. They bring him down at the 45-yard line, and this defense rises up on 3rd down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. And here comes the punt team. And that one will sail out of bounds. No chance for a return there. Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. They've been the height of efficiency here in the first half, David. You've got to think they're going to try to click it right down the field here.
When you're looking at your playbook and it's worked so well in the first half, I'm going to continue to do what I've been doing, Palmer, because it's been all gas.
Pollock, that's right. Strike while the iron's hot, too, before this defense gets to going at halftime to potentially make some adjustments, show you some different looks in the second half. Whatever you've been doing, it's working. Keep it up.
Williams will pass. He lobs one high down the left side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit in coverage that forces the incompletion.
And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. Kennesaw State right back to work. Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Wallace. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Going to take a shot on second and short. Buys a little extra time. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be third down.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Third and short coming here right from the midfield stripe. Looking to throw for it. Caught close to the marker. It's Bryson. Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can't stop the clock. Looking downfield on first down. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. Stopped just inside the 30 at the 29. It's a 10-yard pickup and a first down. And he gets to the line and spikes it very efficient, and they have a chance to score before the break. And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. And this will be a bit of a challenge, a 46-yard attempt from the right hash. Dead center perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll start the return inside his 5. They make the stop on the return, and that is priority 1. You don't want some big return to give up a cheap touchdown on the final play of the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, 2 quarters down, and I've got to say this has been a fun watch so far in Kennesaw. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Fifth Third Bank Stadium.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
5 wide receiver formation on 2nd and 9. A designed run for the quarterback. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, this quarterback has had a lot of success burning this defense with his legs. That time, though, there was nowhere to go. Give the defense credit. They won their one-on-ones up front. Tremendous speed getting to him and bringing him down for a TFL.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. Williams looking for a man. Catch in the middle. It's Moss. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
They thought they had a good... but it did not work. Let's see what the Blue Raider offense can get going. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit. They're down to the 20, 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the defense got him at the 27.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Looking down the middle. He makes a catch. And what moves this guy has. The jukes, the wiggles, the squirts just went right past him and picked up the first down. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. They keep pushing forward now, back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. They'll move the tight end. He'll pull it on the read. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. You can't afford to squander these opportunities once you get into the red zone. Twice they've been denied. Here's 3rd and goal. Keeps it on the bootleg. And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12. Oh, man, they've already lost one quarterback today. Now the backup comes in and has to take a shot.
Man, I might think about protecting my QB a little better. I already lost one. Now your 2nd guy gets hit. You got to keep this guy healthy. You got to keep him upright. You got to protect your quarterback, man.
17, Middle Tennessee, 6.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He gets a block. He's taken out of bounds at the 48. A really good return, gets it close to midfield. Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that 1st down. You can see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Just a short pass to the tight end. He makes a little bit of headway and is pushed out of bounds at the 43.
Well, nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. The offense failed to convert on 4th down earlier, but that didn't change their thinking here. They want to run this quarterback. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. Boy, I really wasn't expecting a run there. Most teams in that situation look for the quick pass to pick up the first down.
No doubt, because you drop your quarterback, you can throw the ball really quickly, or he can take off and run the football. So a little bit more one-dimensional when you run the football, but if you do it successfully, it works. If nobody says anything, everybody's happy.
You know, oftentimes these slot receivers, they're not the biggest guys in the world, but they're really good at finding the open spaces in the middle of the field. And you saw that guy attack the defense in the perfect spot, making life easy for his QB.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. And he's already 1 for 1, so this time he'll try to put one through from 39 yards out. He splits the uprights. Wait just a second. There is a flag on the play. If this is on the defense, it could be a first down. Can't make contact with the kicker like that. A costly special teams penalty. You've got to know your path in front of the kicker. Offense comes back on the field. 3 yards. First down for the offense after that penalty. He makes a grab. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. At the end of the quarter, it's Kennesaw State on top. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Tries to do it himself on the draw. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3.
And how about this, D? You think they're locked in and dialed into this quarterback and his ability to run the football? You've seen him make plays throughout this game. They know it. They're seeing it, and they're making sure that guy's not going to beat him.
Black 14! Black 14! The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half.
Kennesaw State.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Williams will pass. Snags it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Owls. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the fourth quarter.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. The give to the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game. And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync. And that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
You know, you just can't coach toughness in quarterbacks. This guy's been sacked multiple times in this one, and on that last play, he gets drilled again, but he delivers a strike. I'll tell you what, this guy's going to be in an ice bath after the game.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's in the fourth quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if y'all realize this, but we're down by a lot.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Gives it on the option. Nice move to pick up yardage. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. That's it, 5. Got a man in the middle. And not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Scanning the field, it's Battiato. Fires to the right. Got his man downfield. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. 1st and goal, and this feels like their chance to make a game of it.
Middle Tennessee.
He wants to throw it. Looking for the goal line. And with a hallelujah land. Touchdown, Blue Raiders.
And the passing game paying dividends right now for this offense. They just had a big play through the air to get him down in the situation. So let the quarterback deal. Great job reading coverage. He found his open target. Accurate throw. And 2 plays through the air. They've got 6 points on the board.
Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working, man.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
Quarterback run is part of their game plan. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Ball spotted at the 27. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
So now it's 2nd and long. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Got the first down and more. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Kennesaw State. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? How about that running back lumbering his way and getting into the end zone?
Way to find the end zone. You might not necessarily be known for long runs and your fast speed, but all you got to do is get it done. Have the agility, have the awareness, score the touchdown.
He'll bring it out. It's Lacey. And the returner will be brought down. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to...
He's got it down the left. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
Well, I'll give this offense some credit because they've got a lot of fight. There is no quit in them, and they're obviously trailing by a big amount in this game. They haven't had a lot of success, but they're still taking shots, and their players are still out there competing.
Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Dropping back, it's Mattiato. Pressure coming. And the rush will get to him at the 25. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Snagged out of the air. He works it inside the 20-yard line, down to the 19. That's where they'll spot it. Short of the 1st down, now a decision to be made. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th, big tight end makes the grab. 1st down, still on his feet. This senior showed some serious arm strength, firing that one in for the 1st down.
First and goal, Middle Tennessee.
Looking to throw. Under fire. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Makes the grab on the shuffle. They'll go with a quick touch pass. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. They'll try to pass it in on 3rd and goal. Fires into the end zone. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the 1st. The snap sets up to throw. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Leaves it with the back. And that's a very productive 1st down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
Smart offense. I love it, man. Make them use that timeout, run the football. I can run the football and let that clock now tick inside of a minute. I'm in great situation to win this football game. Just be smart and keep that thing running.
Now this team has consecutive wins, and when you start expecting to find ways to win games and you expect that you will perform well enough to do so, that's really hard to stop.
It's a mindset, Reese. This team has it right now. You can tell their players trust each other. Big situations arise in games. They're looking at each other in the huddle on the sideline, expecting to make the play that's going to help them win games. This team incredibly mentally tough right now, baby.
And you start to build that mental